That's me. Okay, I'm Liz. I'm playing Madison, Golden State, which is probably the largest plot I've ever had. Thanks, guys. And Cam 1. I want the reception.
Okay, I'm Georgie. I'm going to be reading the directions today. So I'm the narrator. And Jay?
Oh, hi, I'm Jay, and I'm playing Glenda and Bodyguard 1.
Ella?
I'm Ella, and I'm playing Dr. Chin, a barman, and Bodyguard 2, and also somebody called Ron Henderson, who's the voice, apparently, but I don't have to sing, so that's good.
Jenny?
Hello, I'm Jenny, and I'm playing Clown 2, Hot Date, Excellent 1, Anderton, and the...
Oh, people are trying to come in still. There we go. Briony?
Hello, I'm Briony. I will be playing the trivia MC, Gary, and a bald guy.
Mandy?
I'm going to be playing Sparrow.
Kate?
Hi, I'm Kate, and I'm going to be playing Jillian.
Lucy?
I'm Lucy, and I'm going to be playing Annie.
And Sam?
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm playing Ryan.
Marcus?
Hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm playing the role of Max.
Evan?
Hi, I'm Evan, and I'm just reading for Brooks.
Amy?
Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm playing Bill, Ponytail, and the Bulgarian.
And Ben?
Hello, I'm Ben. I'm going to read Kevin if I can find the bloody script.
Okay.
All right, I'm not on for about 4 scenes.
Okay, that's fine. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Game night by Mark Perez. Interior pub night. Music blares. We move past people drinking, playing pool, darts, beer pong, and land on Max, 30s, sitting with a team in matching t-shirts. His says captain. It's a rowdy pub trivia night. Max pounds a drink and yells at his team.
Who cares about me? Let's get drunk!
His team cheers. Max walks over to the bartender, dead sober.
I need 4 shots of Everclear and 4 shots of water. Send the real ones to the other team. Give us the water.
The bartender snorts and starts pouring.
What former Supreme Court Justice?
Oliver Wendell Holmes!
Max's team cheers.
That is correct. Again, I'd like to ask the players to allow me to
finish the question.
His team laughs and cheers again. Across the room, also wearing a captain shirt, Annie, 30s, glares at her teammates, including Bill, a schlubby guy.
Come on, guys, this is the game.
It literally is.
Yeah, hard.
For triple points, what is the name of the purple Teletubby?
The room quiets. There's an intense beat then.
Tinky Winky!
Max and Annie lock eyes, sparks flying.
He always carried a...
Red purse, I know.
There is a definite connection here. Interior, subway, night. Max and Annie stand in the middle of a subway car, furiously making out. The car suddenly comes to a stop and the couple goes flying into a metal pole. In a montage, Max and Annie win different game nights as their relationship progresses. A small studio apartment, playing the board game Risk with another couple, Dan and Linda.
Now, if you take Cam Tractor and I take Mongolia, we can trap Linda in the middle.
Starve out her army. Smart.
Hey, you can't form an alliance.
That's worked for Hitler.
They high five.
You're high-fiving Hitler?
In a nicer apartment, playing Pictionary, Max haphazardly draws a rectangle.
The best exotic marigold hotel.
Other players protest. Max and Annie kiss. In their modest suburban house, playing charades with Bill, Max points to Bill and Annie guesses.
Bill, overweight, single, out of work.
What the fuck?
Hairy.
Max touches his nose.
Mary. You, me.
Max gestures to put it together.
Marry me!
Annie does a crazy cute victory dance, but then...
What?
Annie.
Wait, what?
She turns back and sees Max on one knee holding a ring.
Marry me, Annie.
Annie jumps into Max's arms, laughing and kissing him. Bill is still stinging from their insults.
Congrats, you guys.
At their wedding reception, Max and Annie play a dancing video game in their tux and wedding dress, dancing in unison as their score mounts. The song crescendos to Titles Up, Game Night. Interior, waiting room, day. Close on a paper football about to be flicked at a finger goalpost.
Lots of pressure here. You miss, you lose.
Sorry. Stay out of my head, please.
Max and Annie sit in a doctor's waiting room playing paper football. Her hands are the goal. He's about to kick.
You have the advantage because your fingers are smaller than mine, which means you have a smaller goalpost.
Guess you should have married Uma Thurman.
Guess I should have.
Max aims, but just as he's about to flick the paper football, his phone rings, an incoming text. The football flies wildly far from the goal.
Come on!
Oh, I'm sorry. I know how much it's meant to you.
That was interference.
He reads the text. It's from Brooks. Psyched for tonight. The words are followed by the gif of the obese boy dancing crazily on a sofa. Max sighs, annoyed. A nurse enters.
Dr. Chin is ready for you.
Interior, Dr. Chin's office, day. Max and Annie sit across a desk from Dr. Joanna Chin, 40s.
I think we've determined why you've been having trouble conceiving.
Chin turns and looks at Max.
What? It's me. Of course it's me.
I am not loving your semen.
Oh.
Your count is excellent, but your motility is way below normal.
What would cause that?
Well, it can be genetic, environmental factors. 9 times out of 10, it is just stress.
I'm not stressed.
Nothing at home or work?
No, it's all good.
What about your brother?
What about him?
His brother, Brooks, emailed a couple of months ago that he's coming to town this week. Max has always had an inferior complex with him.
That's not true. And he doesn't need to hear this. She's not a therapist.
No, but I am a doctor, and I believe in treating the whole patient, hence the gloves.
He's been on edge.
What is it about your brother that intimidates you, Max?
Really? We're going to do this right next to the room where I masturbated.
Max has it in his head that Brooks is more successful and better looking and just generally cooler than he is.
I never said cooler. Now you're projecting.
He's just naturally charismatic.
Very interesting. And is he single?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know if I mentioned it, but Keith and I are on a trial separation.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, don't be. Keith was emotionally abusive. You think your brother would want to grab a cup of coffee with me?
I don't know.
We can ask him.
Now, is he a tall fella? Because I'm only 5'2".
So we're done with my sperm then?
Annie and Dr. Chin ignore him.
Definitely taller than Max. She's ballerina, and she was a tiny little thing, you know. I'm starting to love this idea.
Me too. Me too. Is he Googleable?
Max throws up his hands as they continue to talk about how great Brooks is. Exterior, Max's and Annie's house, evening. Max and Annie pull into the driveway of a suburban home. Max grabs some groceries from the trunk and they head towards the door. They spot their stiff neighbour Gary, 40, think Michael Shannon, wearing a police uniform, standing at his mailbox. On a leash is a small white puffball of a dog.
Shit! It's Gary. Don't mention game night.
Good evening, Max, Annie.
Hey, Gary, how's it going?
Well enough. Just checking the mail. Some people check it earlier in the day, but there's always a risk that the mail carrier hasn't come yet. This spares me the chance of a futile trip to the mailbox.
Uh-huh.
Plus, it allows Bastion here the opportunity to urinate.
Have a good one.
Any plans for this evening? Perhaps a game night?
Oh, no. Annie and I are staying in.
I see. I do hope you'll keep me in mind for any future game nights. I always enjoyed the camaraderie of good friends competing in games of chance and skills.
Yeah, we should do that again, but that's just us two of us.
3 bags of Tostitos scoops, I notice.
They had a special 3 for 1.
3 for 1. How can that be profitable for Frito-Lay?
They shrug.
Well, you two enjoy each other. Often we don't fully appreciate what we have until it's gone.
Awkward beat.
Okay.
They can't think of anything else to say, so they head inside. Interior, kitchen. Max and Annie's house, night. Max and Annie enter. He peeks outside from behind a curtain.
Now, if he sees the others, we're screwed.
Well, I told everyone to park far away and sneak in quietly. Are we being dicks? Should we just keep inviting him? He seems like he really wants to play.
No, Debbie was our friend. Gary was just the creepy husband we had to put up with. And he's only gotten worse since before. He's like the butler at a haunted house.
Yeah, you're right. We don't actually owe him anything. He can always find people like himself to play with. You know, other weirdos.
Just then, a kitchen window opens and a very hot 20-something girl, Madison, crawls in. Max and Annie regard her.
Help you? Can we help you?
I'm okay.
Ryan, 30s, hoists himself in after her.
Hey,
Why are you coming in the window?
you said to sneak into a Robocop.
I meant sneak in the door, but okay. Could you get your boot off our cutting board?
Well, you were super vague about how we should do things.
Just then, another window slides open, and Kevin, 30s African-American, starts climbing inside.
Jesus, it's like Night of the Living Dead in here.
Kevin helps his wife, Michelle, 30s African-American, climb in.
I'm not dressed for this nonsense.
Who's Kevin?
Ben.
You're muted. There you go. Page 11.
It's page 10 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it says 10, that's not right.
Mine's 11. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, it's
Script
10.
is numbered, but
Yeah.
there's a front page.
Yeah, I realised that.
So if you go by your phone or whatever, it's page 11.
Yeah, you're asking a lot of us, Max.
I didn't tell anyone to come in the window.
Guys, this is Madison. Madison, this is Max and Annie. Kevin and Michelle.
Yeah, you bought her last week. You work at Forever 21, right?
Ryan gives Annie a what the fuck look.
I work at Sephora.
I'm confused.
Different girl, same look, same voice.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Madison holds out an awkward limp hand, like a dead fish. Max and Annie try to figure out what to do with it. Annie shakes it awkwardly. Max kisses it.
Do you guys have a bathroom?
Yes, we do. Right down the hall.
On the right or on the left? I don't want to go into the wrong room.
It'll be the one with the...
Okay.
Madison exits.
Her at a TED Talk.
Don't judge me. Brains and personality are...
Aren't you sick of getting out every week because of the dates you bring?
They're not always bad.
Flashback to Ryan plays charades. He frantically mimes a clue for his partner, hot date number 1. We reveal she isn't paying any attention to him. Instead, she's on Snapchat, taking a selfie with the licking dog filter. On it, she's written game night, bored AF.
Come on, Heather. How many pictures of you as a dog do you need?
The others look embarrassed. Ryan's hot date number 2 puts down a word in Scrabble and claps happily.
Dennis isn't a word.
Jenny?
Yeah, it is. It's my daddy's name, so.
The group roll their eyes. Ryan and a hot date 3 play Taboo. His card reads SEAL Team 6.
Okay. These are like the very best. The elite.
White people?
Whoa!
Back to
Unlike you cycles, I don't really give a shit about winning a game night. I don't need that validation.
But you do need validation of dating hot women.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not like you, Michelle. We didn't all meet our soulmates when we were 10 years old.
Kevin smiles and puts an arm around Michelle.
14.
We didn't get married till we were 19.
Is this back in Iran? Westeros?
You know what, friend? I hope someday you find a girl you love as much as I love my sweet baby here.
They kiss. Ryan grimaces.
Everybody having a drink? Everybody have a drink? What should we play first?
You know what rich people do on these game nights?
What?
Fight clubs. Rich people are... I just read about them. They pay poor people to fight each other and they bet on the winner.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah, huh? When you can have anything you want in the world, you have to raise the stakes of life. Otherwise it gets boring. Kennedys used to have fight clubs at their heinous sports compound.
You need to stop reading BuzzFeed every damn second of the day, because that's just pure silliness.
So, charades then?
Don't you want to wait for Brooks?
Hold up. Brooks is in town.
Madison returns.
I thought he was working in Europe.
He was. Apparently, he's back here for business. I haven't seen him yet.
Who are we talking about?
Max's brother. He's a super successful venture capitalist.
He's the first to invest in Panama bread. Turn it like his leading fast casual dining chain.
He's the Mark Wahlberg to Max Donnie.
You know what? I'm going to take that as a compliment because Donnie was fucking great in The Sixth Sense.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was. And you know who wasn't? Mark Wahlberg.
Mark would never take a role like that. That's small.
Oh, he wouldn't, Madison? Thank you.
I haven't seen Brooks since your wedding. Maybe that's what he gave.
I've never seen you cry that much.
We were all crying. What was that lovely poem he read?
Ancient Snapshots by Joyce Carol Oates.
Oh, that's right. And he paid for that whole firework.
There's a beat as the friends fondly remember how awesome Brooks is. Finally,
So you guys want to play, or?
honk honk! From outside the house, a loud car horn is accompanied by the blaring sound of Billy Joel's Captain Jack on the radio. Annie and Max hurry to the window. Parked in front of their house, we see a shiny bright red 1976 Corvette Stingray with Brooks at the wheel. He spots them and gives a friendly wave.
You didn't tell him to park up the street.
I did, like 3 times. He got a Stingray.
Exterior, Max and Annie's house. Night. Max sneaks out the front door and tries to signal.
Turn off your car!
What's that?
But it's too late. Gary steps out his front door. Max waves at Gary awkwardly, caught.
Hey again. Still wearing the uniform.
Brooks takes a 12-pack from his car and crosses the street.
Hey, bud. Sorry I'm late. Hope you start game night without me.
Shh. Didn't you get my texts?
What text? Evening, officer. What's up with that guy?
Gary, this is my brother. We're just doing like a little 3-man family game night thing.
3-man? What about Kevin, Michelle and Ryan? I thought they were coming.
No. Just us, Gary.
I can see them there in your doorway. There's a whole mess of people.
Reverse to see Kevin, Michelle, Annie, Ryan and Madison all huddled in the doorway, hiding from Gary.
Huh? Oh, yeah. They're not staying, Gary. It was a mix-up with the...
Looking hurt, Gary goes back into his house and shuts the door.
God damn it, Brooks.
What?
We didn't want him to know we were doing game night. He used to come, but we don't like him anymore.
Well, now he knows. Bring it in. I haven't seen you in a year.
Brooks grabs him in a bear hug.
You smell good. What is that? Sell some glue? Head and shoulders?
Why do you assume it's dandruff shampoo?
You've always been a bit of a snowstorm. Now, where's that wife of yours?
He heads inside. Interior, Max and Annie's house. Night. Everyone ad-libs greetings as they exchange hugs with Brooks.
Oh, sweet rod, Brooks.
Oh, yeah. I just got her a couple of weeks ago.
That a Corvette?
1976. Oh, that's you.
1976 Rally Red Stingray Coupe. It was my dream car when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what gave me the idea to get it. I love your house.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I meant it. It reminds me of Mum and Dad's place. Take me back to simpler times.
Simpler?
Max? So, how long are you in town for?
Not sure. Depends on how many clients my firm wants me to shoot. But I'm hoping it's for a while. I never get to see you guys.
Brooks throws his arm around Max.
I've missed you, man.
Max looks at his brother and can't help it. He smiles.
Missed you too.
Interior, living room, Max and Annie's house. Later. They're about to play celebrity.
Okay, one more time.
Okay, so you take this piece of paper and then you include the group and you try and guess which celebrity it is.
Okay, got it.
20 seconds, starting now.
He starts a timer on his phone. Madison pulls out a name.
I don't know who this is.
That's okay, just pick another one.
I don't know who this is.
Why another one?
Oh, okay. This is the guy who... Oh, no, wait. I don't know who this is.
Maybe someone else should start.
The others quickly agree. Brooks gets up.
I'll go.
Max rubs his palms on his pants. It's on. Annie offers a bottle of wine to Max.
Do you want more?
Ryan starts the timer.
And go.
Brooks pulls out a clue.
The beautiful people.
Marilyn Manson.
You got it. Quick story.
Brooks pauses the timer.
Hey, you can't pause.
Remember that urban myth that Marilyn Manson had some of his ribs removed to go down on himself?
Yeah.
Can I tell it, Max?
No, you're in the middle of a...
Oh, come on, you were 14. It's an adorable story.
I forbid it.
Oh, now you've got to tell her.
Thanks, honey.
Did you blow yourself?
You know those bungee cords you use on roof racks? Max wrapped one behind his neck and under his legs and tried to squish his face down to his crotch.
That messed me.
Oh my god.
Well, you get stuck like you can't unhook it. Finally, after about an hour, our mum comes home and finds this naked pretzel boy on the floor in his bedroom. He's had back problems ever since.
The group is equal parts shocked and cracking up. Max is beet red. Annie rubs his back, consoling.
Oh, my little pretzel boy.
So?
So what?
Suck it.
We're not talking about this anymore.
Oh, that's like Kramer versus Kramer before you see who gets the kid.
Really not.
A deeply embarrassed Max grabs the timer and starts it again.
Enough. The timer's going.
Fine.
Brooks launches into a rapid-fire series of clues that are so spot on they are immediately guessed. He's amazing.
Poor man's Johnny Depp stars in Jericho.
Skeet Ulrich.
UN Secretary General from 92 to 96.
Bruce's Golly.
Doesn't like kids in Jurassic Park.
Bob Neal.
Dubstep DJ looks like Corey Feldman.
Granite.
Angela Madison. Like Ryan's earlier date, she's on Snapchat, taking a selfie with the looking dog filter.
Rappers are obsessed with this cubist painter.
Castle.
Big cat shot by asshole dentist.
Cecil the Lion.
Time.
Whoa, 7. That's going to be hard to beat.
Not that hard. I'll go next.
Brooks hits as Max steps up. Ryan starts the timer.
And go.
We see Max's first celebrity on the paper, Ed Norton.
Okay, easy. Annie, the actor we met at the airport that time.
Oh.
The only famous actor we ever met at the airport.
Bobby Flay?
He's not an actor. He was in line in front of us at Sparrow. We were trying to figure out why he wasn't in the first class lounge.
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
God damn it!
You know, you've got a whole room of people here who could help you out.
Fine. Who was the Incredible Hulk?
Eric Banner.
No, the other one.
Mark Ruffalo.
The other one!
Lou Ferrigno.
Shit! Primal Fear.
Richard Gere didn't play the Hulk.
Time's up.
Ed fucking Norton!
Oh, crap. Sorry.
Max does a bad job of covering how pissed he is.
0 points for Max. I'd say he blew it. But he won't tell us.
Everyone but Max and Annie laughs. Interior, exterior, Max and Annie's house. Later, Max and Annie walk their guests out.
Hey, how about we do this next week at my house?
House? What house?
Since I don't know how long I'll be here, I rent the place. Oh, sorry. It's a couple miles away, up on Broadmoor.
Swanky neighborhood.
It's a cool place, but it's pretty empty with just me. It'd be fun to have you guys over.
I don't know. It's kind of tradition to do game night here.
So what? It could be fun.
The others chime in with agreement.
Perfect.
Can we bring anything?
No, I've got everything. Actually, Max, you might want to bring your own bungee cord.
They all crack up.
Just going to keep going back to that one now, huh?
I'm sorry, I'm done. I promise you guys, this will be a game night to remember.
He hugs Max and gets into his Stingray. Max looks on with a hint of envy, then shuts the door and begins helping Annie clean up.
Jackass.
Did He's just trying to get under the skin.
Yeah, and he knows exactly how to do it. He's been doing it my whole life. I don't see him for a year, then he pulls up in my dream car, insults our house, and tells an embarrassing story about me right before my turn.
Buying the same car just seemed like a bit of a fuck you. But maybe it was his dream car too.
Bullshit! He's always known how to undermine me. You know, I've never won a game against him. Never!
Well, you've got to stop letting it tell you. It's literally killing our baby.
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Beat it?
Max considers this. It's a damn good idea. Cut to black. 1 week later. Exterior, Max and Annie's house, dusk. Max and Annie head out towards his car with some board games.
You don't want to just Uber there.
I'm not getting drunk tonight. I'm going to be sharp and ready for...
Evening!
They both jump and turn to see Gary standing there in the dark, as always in his police uniform, holding his dog.
Jesus, Gary!
They hide the board game.
Where are you headed?
Just going to my brother's.
Another game night?
No! No game night. Just dinner.
I see. Pity. I was going to invite you over for a dinner I was hosting. I've purchased 4 lamb shanks. I'm simmering them in a broth of red wine and rosemary.
Yeah. It's too bad we have plans.
It was Debbie's recipe. I like to think she left me her recipe cards as a gesture of goodwill. But most likely it was an unintentional oversight.
We should get going.
Have fun.
Freaked out, Max and Annie head for the car. After a beat.
What? Oh, okay.
Gary stands there watching as they get into the car. Exterior, Brooks's house. Interior, car. Night. Max's car pulls up to a beautiful modern mansion.
Oh, fuck me.
Guys who rent a house this big has to be covering up for something.
No, I've seen his dick. It's pretty great.
Well, I tried.
Interior, Brooks's house. Moments later. Brooks opens the door on Max and Annie. The place is all windows and technology. It's annoyingly tasteful and awesome. Brooks offers some glasses of champagne.
Hey, guys.
Hey, nice house, Tony Stark. Should we give our drink orders to Jarvis?
Ah, I've got the Tony Stark part, but then you went full nerd and I lost you. Come on in.
They follow him into a beautiful living room where Kevin, Michelle and Ryan are having a drink with Jillian, a bright, cute girl who seems way more normal than Ryan's usual dates. Ryan proudly presents Jillian like a prize.
Oh, hello, friends. Allow me to introduce my date. Jillian went to Yale University and is a software engineer in our office. He's the smartest shit, okay?
Kevin and Michelle exchange a look.
Okay, that was weird. Nice to meet you guys.
You too.
Ryan flips Max and Annie off from behind Jillian's back.
So, maybe you can't always watch the book last covers.
Odd use of that phrase. We didn't know what games you had, so we brought a few of our favourites.
Oh, cool. Thanks, guys.
Brooks takes the games and throws them across the room. Pieces skitter across the stone floor.
What the hell?
I told you, we're taking it up a notch. The game we're playing is so epic, it doesn't need a board or pieces.
Still, you didn't just throw them across the room.
Oh, I was being theatrical.
Holy shit! Are we doing a fight club?
What?
Well, these super rich guys pay poor people.
No, enough with the fight clubs. It's nonsense.
What are we playing?
In your drinks, I've placed a powerful neurotoxin. Have 8 hours to find the antidote hidden somewhere in the city.
They all exchange looks of disbelief.
Oh, I'm just fucking with you. But this is not a joke. In the next hour, someone in this room will be taken. It'll be up to you to find that person before they're murdered.
Is this a murder mystery party?
Not any murder mystery party. I found company that does it super real with legit actors. You won't know what's real and what's fake. Cost me a shit ton.
Oh.
But wait, there's more. Whoever finds the victim wins the grand prize, the keys to the Stingray.
Just the keys?
No, Ryan, the whole car.
Holy shit.
Woo! So lucky I brought you to this game night and not one of Max's nannies.
Hey.
No, I mean because this is better.
Come on, Brooks. You're not actually going to give away your car.
I need a write-off. Plus, my Audi is more than beautiful.
This is the best night ever.
So what do we do now?
Now we wait. Maybe play a little drinking game to pass the time.
We don't play drinking games.
Tonight we do.
How about never have I?
Good one.
Maybe he's trying to show us a good time.
No, that's not it.
Annie rolls her eyes. Max heads off to the bathroom. Exterior, Brooks's house. Night. A menacing black van quietly pulls up and parks outside. Interior, black van. Night. Two men sit inside. A scary-looking, squat, bald guy, 40s, and a wiry, creepy guy with a ponytail, 40s.
This is the place.
The bald guy pulls out a scrap of paper with an address scribbled on it. 1765 Broadmoor Avenue.
This is it!
Ponytail dials his cell phone.
Near the house. Looks like they're all inside.
Bald guy takes out a photo of Brooks. Then Ponytail hands him a very real-looking gun. Interior, hallway, night. Max exits the bathroom and hears a clattering noise from the kitchen. Curious, he slowly makes his way down the hall. Just as he turns the corner, he finds himself inches away from the blade of a large knife.
Fucking shit!
Terrified, Max scrambles back against the wall. Reveal, it's Brooks holding the knife. Max exhales.
What the hell's wrong with you? It's for cheap.
You sure you don't need a bigger one? Are we cutting a whole wheel of Gouda?
Interior, living room, Brooks's house, night. Max and Brooks return. Everyone plays the drinking game.
Never have I ever connected my work computer to a projector in the conference room while it was open to a web page on chlamydia symptoms.
No, not cool.
Everyone laughs.
Drink.
He drinks.
For the record, I don't have chlamydia. It was a public dermatitis.
I like her. I like you.
You're not supposed to target people with this game. It's supposed to be generic things. Like, never have I ever slept with a celebrity.
The others nod. Without thinking, Michelle takes a sip of her drink. Halfway through the sip, she realizes Kevin is staring at her in surprise. She sets down her glass.
What?
You slept with a celebrity?
No. Just taking a drink, separate from the game.
How are you all nervous then?
Not nervous. Whose turn is it?
I think it's Max's turn. It's somebody's turn. Somebody should go now.
What's going on here?
We've been together since middle school.
Uh-oh.
How could you possibly have sex with a celebrity when we both have sex with each other?
You're making this into something it's not.
Max turns to Brooks.
This is why we don't play drinking games.
Bang, bang, bang! Everyone jumps at the sound of banging. They all look at the front door except for Kevin, who stares at Michelle.
Open up!
Looks like the game is afoot.
He crosses to the door and opens it on an imposing, extremely serious 40-something man in a dark suit and sunglasses.
Are you Brooks Davis? I'm Agent Henderson, FBI. Please sit down.
Brooks joins the others as the man enters.
Sunglasses at night. This guy's a real deal.
I'll get right to the point. The Bureau has been tracking a ring of violent kidnappers in this neighborhood. We have reason to believe that one of you may be their next victim.
Quick question, Agent Henderson. Why is this a federal investigation? Seems more like a local police matter.
Annie swats Max. Play along. Agent Henderson glares at Max but says nothing. He hands each of them a folder.
Contained in these dossiers are the clues you'll need to find the kidnappers.
We have to find them? What's the Bureau's role in this?
Maybe the FBI can take my wife in for questioning, because apparently she's got a whole secret life that I don't know anything about.
Annie!
Shut up! Shut up, all of you! This isn't a joke.
He gets up in Max's face.
You people are in serious danger, and we are running out of time here. I will not stand idly by and see some more civilians slaughtered on my watch.
Max glances over at Brooks and gives him a grudgingly impressed look.
He's pretty good, huh?
Now, before we get started, I'm required to ask you if anyone here has any food allergies.
Boom! The front door is kicked open, splintering off its hinges. Bald guy and Ponytail walk in wearing ski masks.
Who the hell are you?
Ponytail cold cocks the FBI agent. He goes down hard.
Guy, I know your method, I'll just break my door.
Bald guy walks up to Brooks and punches him in the gut. Brooks doubles over.
Okay, I actually don't mind this game.
Brooks shoves the guy away.
Are you crazy?
Ponytail grabs Brooks in a headlock from behind. Brooks backs up, slamming Ponytail into the wall.
Wow, this is kind of intense.
The fight continues. It's sloppy and surprisingly violent, as Brooks does a decent job of defending himself. Angle on the rest of the group sitting on the sofas calmly eating chips and drinking cocktails like they're watching a movie.
This is very well done.
Ski masks are a little on the nose.
Ponytail is shoved into the coffee table in front of them. Ryan plucks the champagne bottle out of the way in the nick of time. Brooks manages to get loose from the bald guy. He reaches down to his ankle and pulls out a small handgun.
Watch out! He's back in heat!
Brooks aims the gun at bald guy, but it's knocked out of his hand by Ponytail. The gun skitters across the room and comes to a stop at Annie's feet. She looks down at it. The fight spills out of the living room and into the kitchen. Interior, kitchen. Brooks's house, continuous. Brooks faces off against the two attackers, wielding pots, utensils, and whatever he can grab as a weapon. It's like a Bourne movie, except these guys are not nearly as coordinated. Interior, living room, Brooks's house. The group are as we left them. We can hear the sounds of breaking glass, clattering pans, and pained grunts coming from the kitchen. After a beat, Max slices a sliver of cheese.
This is good.
Ooh, try it with prosciutto.
Are we sure this is all part of the thing?
Oh yeah, Brooks always goes all out. Remember that fireworks display at that wedding?
Yeah, Ryan, we talked about that.
Suddenly, Brooks flies into the room, landing on his back. There's broken glass in his hair and he's got a bloody nose.
Ooh, they put some makeup on him!
Help me, please. It isn't.
Old guy pins Brooks down and slaps tape over his mouth.
Very impressive. And the Independent Spirit Award goes to...
Brooks tries to buck Old Guy off him. Ponytail takes his gun out of his belt and points it at Brooks.
Stop fighting, arsehole.
Old Guy pulls out a bag and puts it over Brooks's head. He and Ponytail drive the struggling Brooks out of the house. Old Guy stops at the door and points his gun at the gang.
This one that follows me. That follows us out. I shoot in the face.
Drive safe.
The men hustle Brooks out. There's a beat as the group continue to sip their drinks.
There's something about this that doesn't make sense. What did I do to make you want to cheat on me with a celebrity?
I didn't cheat on you. It was before we got married, when we took that break.
Oh my God! My world is collapsing.
As Kevin and Michelle bicker, Ryan crosses to the supine FBI agent and nudges him with his foot.
Agent Anderson. I'm gonna keep lying there.
He doesn't move.
He's a regular Daniel Day-Lewis.
Meanwhile, Max discreetly grabs one of the dossiers and he and Annie scurry off to another room. Jillian notices. She holds up another dossier to Ryan. They hurry off as well.
We both agreed you wouldn't hook up with anyone else during the break.
Yeah, but then you went and got that hand job from Karen Wall.
It was over the... I felt guilty the whole time, but I guess I shouldn't have.
You're making this into something. Oh, hell, they got the jump on us.
This isn't over.
They hurry out. In the kitchen, Max and Annie go over the dossier.
Here's the first clue. It looks like a riddle with shiny fangs.
In a bedroom, Ryan and Jillian read the rules.
My bloodless bite.
In a hallway, Michelle reads.
We'll bring together what's we want.
Donald Trump.
I think that's it.
How do you know? You fuck him.
In the kitchen.
Bloodless bite? No, it's not a vampire. Let me Google this.
She takes out the phone.
This is so inconsistent. They choreograph a super realistic fight and then they give us an FBI dossier with riddles in it. Tone and stick.
Do you want that car or not?
More than anything ever. But I feel like Brooks is setting me up here. This is just another game where somehow he's going to humiliate me. I say we find a shortcut.
How do we do that?
Max notices her phone.
His phone. It was in his pocket when they grabbed him.
You want to call him?
I want to track him.
He points to Brooks's iPad lying on the kitchen counter. They give each other an excited look. Interior, bedroom, Brooks's house, night. Ryan and Jillian are studying the dossier.
Bloodless bites. Bloodless bites. Bloodless bites.
Maybe stop saying bloodless bite so I can think.
They hear a car door slam out the window. They glance out to see Max and Annie getting in their car and backing out of the driveway.
Shit! They must have already figured it out. We gotta up our game. There's nothing more dangerous than Max when he's got some of the crew. Bloodless bites. Bloodless bites. Bloodless bites.
Stop that! Stop that! We need to find an advantage.
She spots a wallet on the bedside table and picks it up.
Brooks' wallet! You think we should just steal all his shit?
No!
She finds Brooks's credit card and dials a number on her cell.
Yes. Hi. I lost my credit card and I'm wondering if you can tell me the last few charges I made.
What are you doing?
If we can find the name of the murder mystery company he used, we can go to their office and pay them off to give us the final clue.
Whoa, you are a double threat. Brains and sneakiness.
Thanks.
Interior, hallway, night. Kevin and Michelle are still puzzling over the clue.
What has shiny fangs that bites white things together? Yes! I would kiss you, but I don't know where those lips have been.
She rolls her eyes.
Look around for a stapler.
They move down the hall and enter. Interior, Brooks's study, continuous. A windowless room with a skylight in the ceiling. Lots of bound books, a desk, etc.
Found one!
He grabs a stapler off the desk and opens it. Inside is a flash drive.
Here, put it in the desktop.
Kevin plugs it into the computer and a text box opens.
Another riddle.
I am brown and old by day, white and young by night. My eyes are glass. I have 9 faces but no head. I sing to the sky but I have no voice. I am everywhere and nowhere.
What the fuck is that?
Interior, Max's car, night. Annie drives while Max uses Find My iPhone on Brooks's iPad.
Are they still on Route 18?
Are they still on Route 18?
Oh, my mate.
Ah, yes. My bad.
Are they still on Route 18?
Yep, we're catching up.
Can you imagine Brooks's face when we find him so fast?
It's going to be so good. You know, I think I can actually feel my sperm coming back to life.
Perfect. Well, when you put the car, there's a baby in it.
Yeah, and we'll make him watch us.
What? I don't want to do that.
I don't either. I don't know why I said that.
Interior, Brooks's house, bedroom, night. Jillian finishes her call.
Great, thank you. Let's go. I got the game company's name and address.
Yes, you rock.
He goes to hug her. Expecting a high five, she puts up a hand. It's awkward. He ends up hugging her hand. Interior, hallway, continuous. Ryan and Jillian head towards the living room. They pass the study where Michelle and Kevin are. Ryan stops.
Hey guys, just wanted to wish you the best of luck tonight.
Kevin and Michelle look at him quizzically as he shuts the door to the study and props a chair under the handle.
What are you doing?
Oh, just being a dick.
He heads out. She follows. Interior, Brooks's study, continuous. Kevin tries the door, but it won't budge.
That son of a bitch. You son of a bitch!
He throws his shoulder against the door. Nothing. He spots some candles on the shelf.
Hand me those matches. I'm gonna burn down this door.
You're gonna light a fire in a windowless room that we've trapped in?
Hey, don't hand me the matches.
What about that?
He looks up to see a skylight 12 feet overhead. His eyes narrow. Interior, Max's car, night. Close on an iPad screen. The blip of Brooks's phone stops moving, then disappears.
Hold on. Brooks's phone just disappeared.
Crap. Where did you not see it?
Corner of 5th and Kenmore.
Exterior, parking lot, minutes later. They pull into a deserted lot in a sketchy neighborhood. They get out of the car and look around.
Where could he be?
Max notices a dumpster that sits behind an unmarked building. He crosses to it and glances in. Inside, he spots a cell phone. He retrieves it.
Found it. It's turned off.
He must have known we're tracking him.
Damn it! They outsmarted us. Hang on.
He points across the street to where Ponytail is finishing a cigarette outside a dive bar. He heads back inside.
Isn't that one of the actors?
Yeah. I guess they're not that smart.
They high-five each other.
We are nailing this. Come on!
They head across the street, instinctively staying low.
Why are we crouching?
I don't know. Feels right.
Interior, dive bar, night. Max and Annie enter, trying to look casual. There's a burly bartender, a half-asleep drunk guy, and in a corner booth, facing away from them, is Ponytail.
There he is. Don't let him see you.
They take a seat at the bar. Max signals to the tattooed bartender.
Sir, you wouldn't happen to have seen a guy brought in here? Looks a bit like me, with a stronger chin, higher cheekbones.
So, a better looking guy.
Okay, well, that's not necessarily.
Annie gives the bartender a look to say, kind of, yes.
I didn't see nothing.
He moves off. Max's eyes narrow.
Didn't see nothing. That double negative felt a bit forced, huh?
I bet he's in on it. Look at how fresh his tats are. Probably fake.
Let's test him. We'll order drinks only a real bartender would know how to make.
Smart. Lucky?
Yeah?
Can I have a vodka tonic, please?
Really? I'll take a Harvey Wallbanger.
The bartender looks at him annoyed, then goes to make the drinks.
This is kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is nice to get out the house. You know, we won't be able to do this kind of thing when we have a kid.
Why not?
Because when you have a kid, you stop living for you and you start living for them. That's why Brooks has got it made.
So, what's he saying?
Max just shrugs as the bartender sets down their drinks.
Vodka tonic, Harvey Wallbanger.
Max takes a sip.
Did he get it right?
I don't know. I realise I've never actually had one. But it's tasty. Tart.
Suddenly, Max reacts as Bald Guy exits a back room, locks it, then tosses the keys to the bartender. Behind him, we catch a brief glimpse of a man tied to a chair. It's Brooks.
Holy shit! Brooks is back there! We're about to win this thing!
Bald Guy has crossed over to Ponytail. He has noticed Max and Annie, and he's pointing them out to Ponytail.
Oh no, they made us.
You think they're going to try and stop us?
We already know they take their roles pretty seriously. But the good news is, so do I.
She reaches into her purse and pulls out the gun Brooks dropped earlier.
What the? Where did you get that?
It's the fake gun Brooks dropped in the fight.
How do you know it's fake?
You think your brother would use a real gun in a fake fight with actors he hired?
Good point. So, what are we going to do?
Follow my lead.
She gets to her feet and points the gun at the men.
Any of you fucking pricks move, and I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!
Pulp Fiction! Nice. Hand over the keys. We're taking my brother.
Bullshit!
Caught up in her role, Annie gets closer to Bald Guy and aims the gun right at him.
You know what bullshit? You're bald head.
Getting a little personal, hun.
I'm sorry I called you bull. It was because you have a very okay, all of you. I should hang heads on the floor.
The thugs try to comply but can't remember everything. They all assume different positions.
I said hands in the air. Where's my head go? On the floor and close your eyes.
Oh, where's Ella gone?
I'm here.
Gone.
I'm here.
Oh.
Have I got to speak?
Yep.
Yeah.
How do I put my hands in the air with my head on the floor?
I had the same question.
Okay. Child's pose. You guys know child's pose?
They give her blank looks. She hands the gun to Max.
Cover me. It's like this.
She gets on the floor and demonstrates the position. The men follow suit.
If you're doing it right, you'll feel your lumbar really opening up.
Bald Guy gives Max a look of disbelief. Max just shrugs. Exterior, strip mall, night. Ryan and Jillian step out of his car and head towards a small storefront. The party planning company, Murder We Wrote.
There it is.
Looks like they're still open.
I'm so glad I invited you tonight. I usually bring these girls I want to sleep with stuff and a breath of fresh air.
Oh, nice. I usually go out with guys who are interesting and smart. So this is a first for me too.
Cool. Have I done something wrong?
No, I guess I didn't realize when you invited me tonight that it was just because you needed a ringer.
Oh, you thought it was me?
It's fine. The more I get to know you, the happier I am that it's not.
Well, we are cool.
As a cucumber. Let's just win that car and get this night over with.
Now that's the spirit.
He jogs towards the entrance. She shakes her head. Interior, Murdery Road office, night. Ryan and Jillian enter a small reception area. Behind a desk, a woman sits facing away from us in a swivel chair.
Hello?
No answer. She and Ryan exchange a look. Ryan slowly reaches out and swivels the chair around, revealing a dead woman with a fresh bullet hole in her forehead. Her eyes are closed. Blood trickles from the wound and the corner of her mouth.
Holy shit!
Startled by the noise, the dead woman suddenly opens her eyes.
Oh, you scared me. What the fuck? Oh, I just came from a 6-hour mystery mystery where I played the corpse. I guess I fell asleep before I cleaned up.
You scared the shit out of us.
Oh, thank you. I do my makeup. How can I help you?
A bit of blood dribbles from her mouth.
We just need you to give us the final clue for the burger mystery Brooks Davidson ordered.
But that would ruin the fun.
We don't want the fun. We just want to win.
I can't do that.
With this change in mind.
He slides a bill across the desk. It's a $10 bill.
No.
What about this?
He slides another bill across. It's a $5. She looks at him, unimpressed.
What about this?
Next line.
Next line, Sam.
You drive a hard bargain. Okay, let's take this a notch.
He slides another bill. It's a $1. The receptionist looks at Jillian. Jillian shakes her head. Don't look at me.
I was hoping I wasn't going to have to dig this deep.
He goes back into his wallet, considers for a beat, then reluctantly slides another bill over. It's another $1 bill.
Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter how slowly you push it over. It's still $17. How much do you need?
100?
Give her 100.
Fine.
He slowly slides all the bills back towards himself, then slides a $100 bill towards the woman. She reaches into a drawer and hands a folded clue across the desk to them.
And that's how we do.
Interior, Brooks' study, night. Michelle watches nervously as Kevin finishes building a tower of furniture, books and office equipment up to the skylight.
Just tell me who it was.
It's irrelevant.
Not to me. You lying underneath some famous figure. It makes a very big difference if I'm imagining John Goodman or Jeremy Rayner.
It was neither of
Well, will you tell me if I guessed it right?
Fine.
Was it an actor?
Yeah.
Kevin starts to carefully climb up his pile.
This is a bad idea.
Over 40.
Yes. Be careful.
American?
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
No.
Was it Denzel? Tell me it wasn't Denzel.
It wasn't, unfortunately.
Kevin has reached the ceiling. He unlatches the skylight and pushes it open. He takes a breath of fresh air.
Ah, sweet freedom. Dipshit thought he could keep us locked up here, but we found a way out.
The tower suddenly tips over. Kevin screams as he falls across the room. He slams into the locked door and the impact smashes it open.
Are you okay?
Kevin painfully gets to his feet.
What just happened? Hey, we're out. Come on.
Michelle follows him out. Interior, Brooks' living room, night. Kevin and Michelle enter to find Agent Henderson sitting on the floor, touching a cut on his head.
Where am I? Stay back.
All right, take it easy, bud.
Oh, my head.
Either way, use it or get out of the way. Because we've got a mystery to solve.
Don't you get it? This wasn't supposed to happen.
Crash! Once again, the front door is kicked open and two men enter wearing creepy clown masks. Michelle and Kevin jump.
What now? You already did the breaking in thing.
It's some lazy rat.
Shut up. Get on the floor, all of you.
The clowns notice Agent Henderson's injury.
Whoa, Ron, are you okay?
The clowns pull off their masks, revealing the faces of two actors.
No, I'm not okay. Two guys came in here and attacked me.
You mean for real?
Yes. They weren't part of our cast.
Oh my God.
I knew I shouldn't have left dinner theatre for this bullshit.
Now it's getting
I'm calling Glenda.
I'll go make you a cold compress, Ron.
Okay.
I think I may have a concussion.
Oh, how?
Wait, is this all part of the act?
What? No! Didn't you see I was assaulted?
Interior, Mudwee Road office, continuous. Jillian and Ryan puzzle over the clue.
Look what's in your jacket pocket. What kind of clue does that mean? I don't even have a jacket.
Maybe it means a book jacket.
Why would a book have a jacket?
The phone on the receptionist's, Glenda, desk rings. She answers.
Murder we wrote. Glenda, it's Paul. Something terrible has happened. Oh dear, what? Nathan and I showed up for the takeaway and Ram had been attacked. Oh no, at Brooke Davis' house?
Jillian and Ryan look up.
Huh?
Glenda puts the call on speaker.
Is everyone okay?
No, I'm not okay, Glenda. I got a throbbing headache and they took the host.
Who took him?
Kidnappers, real ones, dangerous fucking criminals.
Off Kevin and Michelle's and Ryan and Jillian's look of shock, we return to Interior, Dive Bar, Night. Take on Me by Aha. The upbeat music blares from a jukebox as Max frisks the men. Annie dances to the music, twirling the gun on her finger. She drops it and it lands inches from Ponytail. Annie quickly snatches it back.
I saw you eyeing that Ponytail. Not on my watch.
Max finishes collecting the weapons from the men and sticking them in a bag. He finds keys on the bartender.
Bingo! Come on, babe.
He moves to the back room door and unlocks it.
Okay, any of you dickwalls move a muscle and I'll shoot off your tits. You got me?
The men grumble. Annie's phone rings. She checks it. It's Michelle. She hits ignore. Max and Annie enter the back room and shut the door. Interior, back room, continuous. They quickly lock the door behind them and turn to Brooks, who is tied to a chair and gagged with tape. His eyes go wide when he sees them.
Oh, look at that face. That is priceless.
You did not expect to be this early, did you?
Brooks frantically grunts and tries to scream from his gag.
I've got to capture this moment.
He takes out his phone, poses beside Brooks with Annie on the other side, and snaps a selfie of the three of them. Just then, the phone rings. It's Ryan. He shows Annie.
Probably begging for help.
He hits ignore.
I feel like maybe we should call that company and complain because this wasn't much of a mystery.
Brooks moans wildly, practically jumping out of his chair, trying to communicate.
All right.
She yanks off Brooks's gag.
Yeah.
Evan?
Yeah, I said, oh. This isn't a game.
Bang! Someone begins kicking the door from the other side.
Why? Because we kicked your ass?
Max, can you hear me?
You kind of, yeah.
Okay, I'll join you again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was moving about.
Max, those are not the guys I hired.
I get it. Now you're trying to change the rules on us.
Bang! The door shakes.
Listen to me. I'm not a venture capitalist. I'm a smuggler.
A smuggler? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I fucked up. I sold the Bulgarian's egg to a different guy, and now I have to get it back, or he's gonna kill me.
Oh, the Bulgarian's egg. Did you trade it for the Maltese Falcon?
Wait, this isn't the end?
You said whoever found you got the car. Game over.
I'm telling you, this isn't a game. It's all real.
Smash! The door starts to splinter.
Uh-huh. Those shitty actors are real. That fight was real.
This gun is real.
She points the gun at the ceiling.
Annie, stop!
Oh no. Bang, bang.
She pulls the trigger. Bang. A real bullet shatters the hanging fluorescent light above them. Startled, Annie drops the gun. It hits the floor and fires again. Bang.
Ow!
Max looks down at his arm. It looks okay until a red circle of blood appears through his shirt. Annie just shot him. A stunned beat, then...
What the fuck?
Oh my god, I shot you!
You fucking shot me!
I told you! Untie me quick!
Annie unties Brooks, her hands shaking as Bald Guy and Ponytail burst into the room. They spot the bag with their weapons and go for it as Max, Brooks and Annie run to the rear emergency exit door. Ponytail and Bald Guy retrieve their guns and fire in their direction. Brooks.
Can you hear me? Right, Can you hear me?
I can now.
But now. You're ready there.
I'm confused.
You know,
Couldn't before.
Yeah, we didn't hear you say go.
No.
I said it. Is it working?
You're kind of cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, go!
Exterior, dive bar, night. Annie, Max and Brooks sprint across the street to their car, still screaming.
You shot me!
No, I feel terrible!
Annie runs over to the driver's side and unlocks it, getting behind the wheel. Brooks jumps in the back seat as Annie peels out with Max in the passenger seat. Bald Guy and Ponytail race to their van, firing wild shots at the car as they go.
Stop! Stop doing that!
They barrel around the corner. Interior, Max's car, night. Annie drives like a madwoman while Max clutches his arm.
It's all real. How did it all get real?
You shot me! I'm bleeding out my arm. I'm gonna die tonight.
Brooks reaches from the back seat and wraps a gym towel around Max's forearm.
Here, hold this on there.
The van closes in on their car.
What the fuck is going on, Brooks? Talk!
They're right behind us.
I've been lying to you and the rest of the family about what I do. I buy and sell things that aren't strictly legal for people who aren't strictly good.
So you're a criminal?
Yes, and I made a mistake. There's this guy, they call him the Bulgarian. He has his fingers in all these pies around the world. Did you get that?
What kind of pies?
Bad pies, Max. Pies that have heroin in them and guns and sex slaves. He asked me to find this for bear gay egg for him, and I found it. But then I heard about this other guy, Marlon Freeman, who was willing to pay twice as much for the same egg.
So, these guys work for the Bulgarian, and they just happen to crash your murder mystery party.
I know, what are the odds? I never should have gotten into business with that guy. I'm too small time for this shit.
The van has caught up and suddenly swerves into the side of their car. They fishtail, nearly running it onto the sidewalk before Annie regains control and speeds away.
We need to go to the cops.
We can't. He's got cops on his payroll. I'll be dead before I even get to jail.
Then why don't you go to this Marlon Freeman and buy the egg back from him?
I couldn't find him if I wanted. That name was an alias.
What do we do? These guys aren't stopping.
They won't stop till they get me. I'm sorry I dragged you all into this. I'm sorry for a lot of things.
He opens his car door. He opens his car door.
His car door, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing?
I love you, Maxie.
And with that, Brooks rolls out of the moving car. He lands hard on the street as the van screeches to a stop a few feet away from him.
Oh, stop the car!
Annie brakes a couple 100 feet from the van. They look back to see Ponytail and Bald Guy grab Brooks and haul him towards the van. Bald Guy raises his gun and fires a couple shots into their direction. Annie steps on the gas and tears away.
Ping, ping.
What are we gonna do? They're gonna kill my brother. I feel faint. I'm gonna pass out.
We've got to get you to a hospital.
No, it's a gunshot wound. I'll call the police.
So, let's go to a mob doctor.
Do you know a mob doctor?
Of course not.
Why did you say a mob doctor?
Because I'm losing my shit here.
You're gonna have to do it.
What?
You're gonna have to take the bullet out.
I don't want to.
I don't want you to either, hun. I've seen you try to cut a chicken, but we don't have a lot of options.
Off a look of nauseated horror. Exterior, 7-Eleven. Exterior, 7-Eleven parking lot, night. Annie exits the convenience store with a bag of stuff. Her phone rings. It's Michelle.
Hey.
Interior, Brooks's kitchen, same time. Michelle and Kevin share her phone. Brian and Jillian stand nearby.
Thank God. Listen, honey, it's all real.
We know. Brooks is caught onto something. Where are you right now?
We're all at Brooks's, waiting to tell to the cops.
Through a doorway, we see two police officers taking a statement from Agent Henderson. An EMT tends to his head.
Don't talk to the cops.
Why? What's going on? You got me?
We're fine. I shot Max, but he's fine.
What?
We'll meet you back at our house. Don't tell the cops anything. Brooks' life depends on it.
Annie hangs up. Michelle digests this, then...
Come on.
Where are we going?
She shoves him towards the kitchen door. The others follow.
I thought we were going to talk to the cops.
Jillian rolls her eyes. She ushers Ryan out. Exterior, 7-Eleven, night. Annie walks around to the rear of the store to find Max sitting on the hood of the car, cradling his arm.
Got a bunch of stuff.
She begins laying out items on the hood.
Right, tweezers, pocket knife, gauze, sewing kits.
Max picks up a bottle of white wine.
They didn't have rubbing alcohol. They don't sell hard liquor, so I got this Chardonnay.
Max twists off the top and takes a slug, then notices a magazine in the bag.
Country Living magazine. What's that for?
That's for later. They have a butternut squash soup recipe that look great. Now let's put this in your mouth.
She hands him a dog's squeaky chew toy in the shape of a hamburger. Max sighs and bites down on the toy. Squeak! Annie rolls up his sleeves and recoils at the bloody mess.
Oh, God.
She takes out her phone, types something, and sets it on the hood.
What's that?
Instructions on how to remove a bullet. It's an alt-right Military website, so I'm just going to ignore the exciting stuff. Step 1, sterile gloves.
She slips on a pair of rubber dishwashing gloves.
Check. Step 2, clean the wound with antiseptic.
She pours the wine over Max's arm. Squeak.
Sorry. Step 3, administer anesthetic. I'm going to skip that. Step 4, apply pressure above the wound. Here, squeeze there.
She takes his other hand and Max squeezes his injured arm.
Make small incision on each side of the wound. Oh, geez. There we go.
She opens the pocket knife, pours some wine on it, and cuts into his arm. Squeak! She continues to cut. Max spits out the dog toy.
No! Too big! You're cutting too big! It's a bullet, not a golf ball!
I don't know.
So much blood!
He dry heaves a little.
Oh, don't do that. You're going to make me... Oh.
She dry heaves. Max dry heaves. They manage to collect themselves.
That was close. Okay, next step. Oh shit.
What?
My phone went to sleep. Hang on.
She takes off her glove and re-enters her passcode.
Just set it so it stays on.
My phone doesn't do that.
We have the same phone. It does that.
It's fine. I'll just touch the screw with my nose every 30 seconds.
Why are you so afraid of your phone? Just go to settings, then display, then adjust the time before it reverts to sleep mode.
Revert? What are you, Steve Jobs?
It's the easiest fucking thing.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
She touches her nose to the screen. Max rolls his eyes. She reads the next step.
Okay, this is going to hurt. Where's your squeaky hamburger?
She finds it and shoves it into his mouth. She takes the tweezers and begins digging around in the bullet hole. Max writhes in pain.
I feel something hard. I think I found the bullet.
She taps something with the tip of her tweezers. We hear a clinking sound. Max inhales painfully.
In there. Why would it come out? Oh wait, that's a bone. Sorry.
Sweat and tears pour down Max's face.
I can't find it. Let me see what the racist says if you can't find the bullet.
She touches her nose to the phone again, then suddenly notices something on Max's arm.
Hang on. What's this? Did you get shot twice?
She shows him a hole on the other side of his arm. Max spits out the chew toy again.
God damn it, Ali, that's an exit wound.
Oh, well, that's the good news, right?
Max looks like he's going to faint. Annie inspects the wound.
Oh, this one's even uglier than the entry wound.
She dry heaves.
Stop that.
He dry heaves. They both dry heave together. Interior, Max and Annie's house. Night. Max and Annie bring Ryan, Jillian, Kevin and Michelle up to speed.
Now, the Bulgarian guys have Brooks, and the only way to save him is to get that egg back of his Marlon Freeman guy.
Man, I can't believe your brother has been lying to us the whole time. He's even cooler than we thought.
I didn't even know Marlon Freeman collected Fabergé eggs. Aren't those worth millions of dollars?
Marlon Freeman. But that's just an alias. Somehow we need to find his real name and address.
Police computer.
What?
I once dated this girl. She had these big, thick legs, not a trace of flabber, solid muscle. She looked like the mom in Incredibles. You know, tiny little waist. Now,
why are you telling us this?
oh, sorry. She showed me her dad's police computer one time. It's got this database with every whole known alias. Maggie could find Wyatt's name on that.
If you called her, do you think she'd let you use her dad's computer again?
Oh, no. No way. It ended very badly.
I'm shocked.
Well, how are we going to get on a police computer without the camera?
I've got it.
They all turn to him.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Huh?
You slept with Billy Bob Thornton, didn't you? Then why was he so friendly to you that one time at the 24-hour fitness? It felt like you already knew each other.
That wasn't Billy Bob Thornton. That was Sean, my unit.
Oh, well, that's awfully convenient, isn't it?
Oh, who?
Everyone shut up for a second. I know where we can get on the police computer.
Exterior, Gary's house, night. Gary opens the door on Max, Annie, Ryan, Jillian, Kevin, and Michelle, all wearing unnaturally wide smiles. All wearing unnaturally wide smiles. Reverse to reveal, Gary, a lamb shank in one hand, Bastion the dog in the other, a napkin tucked into his police uniform. Inside, we can hear the faint tinny sound of Al Jolson crooning, toot toot tootsie.
Goodness, to what do Bastion and I owe the pleasure?
We were all talking and we realised we haven't had a game night in ages. Just 7 of us.
It's 10 o'clock, and I thought you were going to your brother's house.
He was tied up with work.
Come on, Gare Bear. The weekend. Live a little.
We were just saying how you were always better at games than Debbie was.
I'll thank you not to besmirch my ex-wife. That woman is an angel.
Okay. No, I mean, I like her. We all like her.
Gary's wild-eyed look gives him way to a smile.
I will admit, I have eagerly awaited a visit such as this.
He backs into the darkness of his house and the creepy 1920s music.
Do we follow him?
Seems like it.
You go first.
I'm afraid.
They all nervously enter. Interior, Gary's living room, night. The group sit around a coffee table as Jillian finishes building a Jenga tower. Gary enters with a bowl.
Help yourselves to popped corn with sea salt.
Gary plops the bowl in Max's arms, right on his covered wound.
I love popped corn.
Ryan notices a framed photo on a table. It shows the game night group, including Gary's ex-wife Debbie, with Gary looming in the background.
You have a framed photo of game night?
Doesn't everyone have a photo of their best friend in their homes?
The group exchange guilty looks.
Of course. Max, you want to go first?
Max takes out the first piece, then stands.
I'm sorry. Can I use your bathroom?
Of course. Just down the hall, past our bed. My bedroom.
Oh.
The others give Max a knowing look as he heads off. Bastion the dog trots after Max. Interior, Gary's house, hallway, night. Max hurries to the bathroom, turns on the light and fan, then closes the door without going in. He spots another room and quickly ducks inside. Bastion follows. Interior, Gary's study, night. The room is a shrine to Debbie. Photos, keepsakes, embroidered pillows, greeting cards, an enormous wedding photo of her and Gary over the desk.
Jesus.
He spots a reinforced police laptop on the desk and opens it. Interior, Gary's living room, same time. Michelle carefully slides a piece out of the Jenga tower. There are 4 players left before Max's turn.
So, Jillian, how long have you and Ryan been a couple?
Oh no, we just work together.
I see. I thought I detected a certain chemistry between the two of you.
Jillian and Ryan do their best to laugh this off.
Then again, I'm not the world's best judge in chemistry.
He lets out the most mirthless laugh in history. The others look deeply uncomfortable. Back in the study, Max has pulled up the National Police database and enters Marlon Freeman. A profile comes up showing a surveillance photo of a distinguished white man in his 40s, Peter Anderton. His suspected crimes include trafficking in stolen artifacts, insider trading, illegal weapons sales, etc.
Hello, Peter Anderton.
Max doesn't notice a drop of blood from his bullet wound has trickled down his arm and landed on the beige carpet. Bastian walks over and sniffs it curiously. Plop. Another drop lands on the dog's fluffy white fur. Back in the living room, Annie is staring at the Jenga tower.
So many possible moves.
Come on, Annie. Take up your mom.
Jillian elbows him in the ribs. He realizes.
Oh. Take your time.
Gary looks at them, nonplussed. Back in the study, by now Bastian's coat is spattered with blood, but Max has yet to notice. He writes down Anderton's address on a pad, starts to shut the laptop, but reconsiders. He types the Bulgarian into the Elias search window. A blurry photo of a burly man appears. Real name unknown. Address unknown. There's an extensive list of suspected crimes. Multiple murders, torture, kidnapping, human trafficking, arms trafficking, etc.
Oh, Brooks, what did you get yourself into?
He closes the window and shuts the computer and heads for the door. He notices his arm is leaking blood, then sees a trail of blood drops, leading across the carpet to Bastian, who is now more red than white.
Shit!
He shuts the door, then hurries back to the dog and tries rubbing off the blood with his hand, but it only smears it. He looks around and spots what looks like a rolled up rag on a shelf. He hastily begins rubbing the dog with the rag, but it has little effect.
Oh my god.
He spits on the dog's back and rubs it some more. Not helpful. He sees a bottle of water on the desk. As he moves to grab it, he accidentally knocks over a ceramic wedding cake holder. The bride's head breaks off.
Oh.
Back in the living room, the others hear Max cry out.
Maybe I should check on Max.
I'm sure he's fine.
He cried out.
He moves to go. The others look at each other desperately.
Tell me about Debbie.
Gary stops, facing away from them.
I beg your pardon?
I never got to meet her. I'd love to hear what she was like.
Gary sits back down, looking wistful.
Where do I begin?
Back in the study, Max is pouring water onto Bastian and scrubbing him with the rag. Fresh blood continues to seep out onto the dog, making him even messier.
It's not working.
He unrolls the rag and reacts as he sees it's not a rag, but a souvenir t-shirt with a photo showing a smiling Debbie on a beach on vacation. The image is smeared with blood.
Of course!
Just then, the wet dog shakes himself off vigorously. Bloody water flies everywhere, spattering the walls of the room, including the enormous wedding photo. Gary's shrine to Debbie now looks more like a scene of a murder. Max stands and takes it in.
Fuck this.
He wraps the shirt around his arm, covers it with his jacket, then leaves the room, closing the door on the fluffy pink dog and the blood-spattered room. Interior, Gary's living room, continues. Gary regales the group with memories.
When she laughed, it was like a concerto, and if you were there to hear it, you considered yourself lucky just to be in the audience.
I don't remember her laugh being that great.
We should go.
What? But you haven't taken your turn at the Jenga tower.
Right.
He reaches down and deliberately knocks over the tower.
Darn it. Let's go. Thank you, Gary. This was great.
The others quickly stand, ad-lib goodbyes and head out.
When shall we play next?
We'll call you.
And they're gone. Gary stands there for a moment, then...
Bastion?
Interior, Kevin and Michelle's van. Night. Kevin drives the group in his Honda Odyssey.
So what do we do when we get to Anderson's house? Knock on his door and ask for his $1 million egg back?
I don't know. Maybe if I explain the situation, he'll want to help.
Oh yeah, most criminal millionaires have hearts of gold.
Max's recharged cell phone rings.
Private number. Please don't be Gary. Hello?
We have your brother.
Oh my God. Okay, listen, we know who has the egg. We're on our way there right now. We can do a trade. Please don't hurt Brooks.
There's a long pause on the line.
Meet us on the East 4th Street Bridge at midnight. If you're late, he dies.
That's only an hour from now.
But the caller hangs up.
Oh.
These guys ain't fucking around. Dude sounded like Kylo Ren.
Here.
The van pulls up to what appears to be a large gated estate surrounded by a tall hedge. Max starts to get out.
You guys head back to the house. I'll call you as soon as I have the egg.
What are you talking about? We're coming with you.
No way. It could be really dangerous in there. Brooks shouldn't have dragged any of you into this mess. But here's my brother, and it's up to me to fix this.
Bullshit. We're all in this together.
You think for you?
Yeah.
No, Max is right. You guys should go home. This is our problem.
What happens if you don't make it out?
Do you have any idea what game night means to us? We don't come over just because we're dying to play charades and stupid ass children's shit. We come over because we love you guys.
The best part of our week.
Mine too. And I've got a lot of options. Again.
Brooks may be your brother, but we're all family here.
Max and Annie are visibly touched.
Thank you.
We love you guys too.
There's a nice beat. Then they all realise Jillian is there.
You should totally go home, though. You don't even know us.
You're right. I don't. But if you guys are cool with it, I'd like to stay.
Really?
This has been the most exciting night of my life. Most Friday nights, I eat Chipotle bowl by myself, watch Orange is the New Black on my iPad.
That's exactly what I had imagined.
She elbows him.
You've got an open invitation to all future game nights, Jillian.
As long as we don't die tonight.
Speaking of which, what are we going to do to get into this place?
Just then, a car pulls up to the intercom and the gates open.
Go, go, go!
Kevin drives in behind the other car. Exterior, Anderton house, night. Kevin's van pulls up to where a couple dozen expensive cars are parked in the driveway. The house is lit up and shouting can be heard from inside. The group steps out of the van.
They're having a party.
That could be good. But we can get in there and look for the egg without anyone noticing us.
They approach the house and peek in a window. Inside, they see a sculpture of a shark submerged in formaldehyde, along with recognisable modern paintings on the wall.
Damn. Whoa. No. Damien Hirst. This guy's gotta have the egg.
They peer into the kitchen, where we see a chef handing trays of hors d'oeuvres to several caterers.
So what's the plan? We knock out 6 of those caterers, drag them into a closet, and come out wearing their clothes?
You're going to knock out 6 innocent people and strip them naked.
You got a better plan?
Yeah, we wear our own clothes and look for the fucking egg. Now, come on.
Interior, Anderton foyer, night. The group enter to find a crowd of well-dressed men and a handful of women in their 40s and 50s huddled around something we can't see. They're cheering and throwing down $100 bills. Attractive cocktail waitresses serve drinks. Our guys stick out from the crowd, but no one seems to notice.
What is this?
They see an opening in the crowd and react. In the centre, two bare-knuckled white men in their 30s are pummeling the shit out of each other.
No way.
It's some kind of rich guy's fight club.
They all turn to Ryan, who gasps.
I told you, these guys were real.
Just then, one of the two combatants, Boomer, knocks the other one unconscious. A distinguished 40-something man, Mr. Anderton, lets out a celebratory shout as he holds up Boomer's hand.
That's my Boomer!
He plants a kiss on Boomer's sweaty, bald head, then slaps him on the back like a racehorse.
This is some Django Unchained bullshit.
Anderton mocks one of his guests, Warren.
Sorry, Warren. I don't think we're going to be able to amortize this loss.
Several of the guests laugh and jeer Warren. Anderton holds up a water bottle that Boomer suckles from.
Crammer, get Logan ready. Minimum buy-in now is 10 grand.
Another rich guy leads his muscly fighter, Logan, into the ring.
Rich people are fucked up, huh?
Right, let's split up. Anyone finds the egg, text the others. And for God's sake, be careful with it. It's the only chance Brooks has.
Max and Annie, Kevin and Michelle head off. Jillian goes to leave, but notices Ryan is moving closer to the fight, which has just begun.
What are you doing?
I've got a good feeling about Logan. Do you have 10 grand on you?
Interior, Anderton master bedroom, night. Kevin and Michelle stealthily enter a lavish bedroom and begin looking around.
Wow, this is the biggest bedroom I've ever seen.
Bigger than your celebrity boyfriend.
You're still on this?
You gotta tell me who he was, Michelle. It's all I can think about. That's saying something, considering there's a fight club downstairs.
Why does it matter so much?
We've been together our whole lives, and I knew everything about you. That's how I found out of these huge secrets you've been keeping from me. I'm not mad that you slept with someone while we were on break. I'm sad that you felt you had to keep it from me.
Michelle stares at him for a beat. Finally,
Glenn Close.
Huh?
Celebrity I slept with, it was Glenn Close.
Get the fuck out of town.
I was a waitress at the premiere party of 102 Dalmatians. I was about to start freshman year at William and Mary. It turned out Glenn went there too. We started talking and we ended up back at her house. We were both a little drunk and one thing led to another.
It was just that one time.
I haven't seen or spoken to her since. I always knew you and I weren't going to be apart for long. I wanted to do something crazy while I had the chance.
So you made love to Cruella de Vil.
Are you upset?
No, baby. I'm glad you got it out of your system. And by the way, well done. Glenn Close is a national treasure. I wish you told me years ago.
I didn't think you'd take it this well.
Now, if you'd have told me it was Denzel, I'd have killed myself.
interior, Anderton Library, night. Max and Annie search through a beautiful wood and leather library. She notices photos on the shelves showing Anderton with a trophy wife and 5 kids.
How could this monster have 5 kids when we can't even make one?
Well, his wife looks like she's about 15. Don't worry, we'll get there.
I'm starting to feel like I'm pushing this baby thing on you.
No, it's just, when we first met, we did whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted. And then we got real jobs and a mortgage and car loans, and now we only have one night of the week where we get to let loose and have fun. Game night. And once we have a kid, we won't even have that anymore.
Annie suddenly realises something.
You got stressed because your brother was coming to town. You're stressed because you didn't want to have a kid in the first place. Your sperm count doesn't work because you're afraid your sperm might work.
Max looks away. He knows she's right.
How about we put a pin in this until my brother is safe?
Yeah, sure.
Off Annie's sad look. Interior, Anderton's living room. Same time. Ryan watches raptly as Logan and Boomer beat the hell out of each other. Jillian is losing patience.
Come on, Logan. Boomer ain't shit.
Can we go? We're supposed to be looking for the...
Suddenly, she notices one of Anderton's employees banding together a stack of bills he's taken from a money counter. He places the cash in a wall safe, but does not shut it. Just beside the stacked cash, Jillian spots a bejeweled, ornately decorated Fabergé egg.
Whoa! Look! It's right there!
Holy shit. Good eyes. Stay there.
He heads off.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna grab it. They're all watching the fight.
He casually weaves through the crowd of shouting men to the open wall safe. He glances around. No one has noticed him. He grabs the egg. Just then, pow! Boomer delivers a crippling blow to Logan, knocking him out. The crowd roars. Boomer looks up and stares quizzically at Ryan. Everyone else follows his gaze. The room goes silent. All eyes are on Ryan.
Who the hell are you? What have you done with my egg?
I was slightly misplacing it, admiring it as well. It is a very specimen. I have dozens of Fabergé eggs in my collection, darling. I'm a connoisseur, if you will.
Does anyone here know this guy?
Everybody here knows me. I am a Noogle like you gentlemen. After a hard day of selling stock and acquiring assets, we like to unline with a glass of cognac and a good fight. I'm a connoisseur, if you will.
Jillian buries her head in her hands.
You're full of shit.
How dare you!
Take this guy down, please.
Boomer shoves through the crowd towards Ryan, who bolts with the egg. Interior, Anderton House foyer, continuous. Max and Annie rejoin Kevin and Michelle.
Any luck?
Yeah, we actually worked on our issue.
I'm talking about the egg.
Oh, no. No.
Suddenly, Ryan and Jillian charge past them. Ryan holds the egg and looks terrified.
Go, go, go!
Boomer rushes in hot on Ryan's tail. The others scramble. Ryan stumbles and drops the egg. It is caught just in time by Annie, who laterals it to Michelle. Boomer pursues whoever holds the egg, and it turns into a high-stakes game of hot potato. Finally, Jillian finds herself holding the egg with no one to pass it to. She stands there like a deer in headlights as Boomer charges straight for her. At the last possible second, the fighter is tackled from the side by Ryan, who has instinctively leapt to Jillian's aid. The two men crash into the Damien Hirst shark artwork. The glass panel shatters, and gallons of formaldehyde pour out along with the preserved shark carcass. Boomer is dazed. Ryan clambers to his feet, stumbling over the rubbery fish corpse, and the group races out of the house. Exterior, Anderton Estate, night. Max and the others run towards Kevin's minivan. Anderton and his guests pour out the door in pursuit. A soaking wet Boomer leads the charge as our group piles into the Odyssey.
Come on, get in!
He floors it and they speed down the driveway and out to the street. Interior, Kevin's car, night. Everyone catches their breath as Kevin speeds along. Max holds the egg.
Oh, that was unusual.
Jillian turns to Brian, who looks dazed.
You really saved me back there.
Yeah, why did I do that? It's like I saw you. This feeling came over me. Like I wanted to help you, even though I didn't really get anything out of it.
Sounds like love, Ryan.
What? Ew, no, it isn't.
Yeah, gross, Annie.
But as they blow off the moment, we can see both Ryan and Jillian are in uncharted territory.
2 minutes to 12. Where's this bridge?
GPS says it's right around here, but I don't see it.
There it is! 4th Street!
Seeing they're passing the bridge, Kevin slams on the brakes. In super slow motion, we see the egg fly out of Max's hands. The egg passes between the front seats and shatters against the front windshield. Jewels and enamel fly all over the dashboard. After a beat.
Oh my.
That's it. They're going to kill my brother.
Hang on. Maybe we can fix this.
Ryan picks up a few shards of egg and tries piecing them together, but they fall apart in his hands.
This is more fragile than a real egg. You don't specifically say it had to be in one piece.
Michelle examines some of the tiny gems on the dashboard.
I'm not an expert, but these gems look kind of plastic to me.
Max leans forward and examines some of the pieces. Inside one, he notices a small sticker.
Made in China? Is this thing not even real?
Maybe the sticker was just made in China.
Let them talk.
Why would the Bulgarian have drugs in the fake egg?
Annie notices something amidst the shattered egg, a tiny rolled up paper. She picks it up and examines it.
I don't think you wanted that at all. I think you wanted what was inside of it.
Insert on the roll of paper. It's a list of names and addresses in tiny type. At the top is a header, Witsec.
Witsec? What is that?
We can ask them.
She points to the opposite end of the bridge, where we can see a black van coming to a stop. Ponytail and Bald Guy step out, open the rear door and drag out a frightened Brooks. Our group steals himself as they climb out of the minivan. Ryan scoops the shattered egg pieces into a travel mug. Jillian looks at him.
In case they ask for it.
Exterior, fridge, night. Max, Annie and the others move nervously to where the thugs stand in the middle of the bridge, holding guns on Brooke.
You tell anyone you were coming here?
No, I swear. Listen, we've got your egg.
You do?
But we broke it.
What?
Ryan shakes the travel mug helpfully.
It was a fake, but we have the list of things inside. That's what you wanted, right?
The thugs exchange a look.
Get on the ground.
We have what you want. Why can't you just let us go?
Ponytail
I
shoves his
said-
gun in Max's face.
Okay, get on the ground.
They all lie down on their stomachs. Brooks lies beside Max. Ponytail begins moving down the line, collecting wallets and cell phones. Bald Guy takes out his own phone and dials.
It's me. We've got them all here.
As Bald Guy walks off to talk, Brooks turns to Max.
The Bulgarian's gonna kill me. Probably you guys too. Why did you come back?
You're my brother. I can't just let you die, even if you deserve it.
You're unbelievable. You were always a better person than me.
Please shut up.
I'm being serious.
Max rolls his eyes.
Look, I haven't been totally honest with you.
Yeah, Brooks, I know. That's why we're lying on a bridge at midnight.
I don't mean about this. I mean about everything. I'm not the guy you think I am. I'm not even the guy you think I am.
What are you talking about?
I'm a fraud. Everyone sees me as this cool, carefree dude who wins at everything he touches. Well, you know how I win? I cheat, Max. I cheat at everything. Even when we were little kids and we were playing Battleship.
Come on.
Didn't you notice that I always made you sit with your back to the TV? It was so I could see where your ships were in the reflection. And I always pocketed $5 grand before we even started playing. I cheated at the game of life. And the game of life.
Son of a bitch.
But it didn't stop there. Grew up and you went to college and met Annie and became a writer. I knew I couldn't compete with your success. So I told everyone I got a job on Wall Street, and I did, selling coke to the traders.
You never were a venture capitalist?
I'm not even sure what a venture capitalist means.
So this whole time that I felt like a complete failure next to you, you felt the same way about me?
Kind of funny, huh?
No, it's not funny. It's shitty. You turned me into a self-doubting, competitive mess. You even broke my sperm.
Okay, I'm not sure what that last means, but listen, I've been trying to find a way to make it up to you. That's what this whole game night was supposed to be. I rigged it so you would finally win. The last clue was going to lead you to your pocket.
Puzzled, Max reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out the key to Brooke's Stingray.
Whoa.
Surprise! But I even fucked that up. I'm so sorry, man.
He puts his forehead on the asphalt, defeated. Max puts a hand on his shoulder.
You know what? We're going to be okay. I can feel it.
Angle on bald guy finishing his call.
All of them? You sure that's necessary? Okay.
He hangs up and turns to Ponytail.
What did he say?
We gotta take them all out.
They cock their guns. Our group will react, terrified.
Wait, we got you the list.
Just let us go. No one needs to know.
I'm sorry I fucked Glenda.
I'm sorry I fucked Karen Waller.
You said it was a hand job.
Panicked, Ryan turns to Jillian.
I know you're smart for me, and you could do way better, but I really like you, and I might love you. Love me?
No, I don't think so. But if you want a kiss, I'd be okay with that.
Fair enough.
They kiss, then.
Sorry. You smell like a preserved shark.
Ponytail and bald guy point their guns. They're about to fire when, whoop, the chirp of a police car siren startles everyone.
Please.
They turn to see Gary stepping out of his cop car like a hero. His weapon is drawn.
Gary?
Bald guy and Ponytail turn their guns on Gary.
Oh, drop my moustache. Don't even think about it, pig! Can't say I care for that nomenclature.
Gary fires his gun at them. Bald guy and Ponytail dive for cover, returning fire. It's real and loud and scary. Everybody scatters, screaming. Ryan covers Jillian. Max falls on top of Annie. Michelle falls on top of Kevin. Gary slides across his car's hood like John McClane, firing at the thugs. Ponytail gets hit in the gut, his shirt exploding with red. Gary aims and fires. Bald guy ducks too late and gets hit in the back, dropping like a sack. A beat of quiet.
Yes, it is.
Is everybody okay?
When did Gary get so cool?
Gary, are you all right?
Gary emerges from cover.
I'm fine. Thought, though in sliding, my belt buckle may have scratched the finish of my squad car.
How did you know we were in trouble?
The nocturnal Jenga game, my blood-spattered marital souvenirs, and Max's curious search history piqued my interest.
He saved our lives.
Just doing my job.
Bang! Gary's chest explodes in an eruption of blood. He falls to the ground in a heap. We see that Ponytail has fired one last shot before dying.
Oh my God!
Annie tries putting pressure on the wound. Max pulls Gary into his lap as Jillian calls 911.
I need an ambulance. There's an officer down.
Gary, Hold on.
Gary looks down at his chest.
Oh no.
Ryan dry heaves.
You're gonna be fine, Gary. Just hang on.
Gary coughs and a little blood comes out of his mouth. His eyelids get heavier.
Hang on, Gare. We're going to get you to the hospital.
You've got so much to live for.
Do I? I have no wife, no friends.
We're your friends, pal.
We all love you.
Ryan looks at Kevin. He shrugs.
You don't even like spending time with me.
Not true. We've just been selfish. We didn't think about you and what you needed. I'm so sorry.
Someone please care for Bastion.
You're going to care for him yourself.
Yeah. And when you get out of the hospital, you're coming to every game night we have. You hear me? That's a promise.
Annie takes his hand, trying not to cry.
Would you like that, Gary? Would you like to come back to game night? You've just got to keep breathing.
A very weakened Gary tries to smile. He leans up like he wants to say something, but he's too weak. Max and Annie lean down closer.
Don't you ever exclude me again.
What?
A beat. Then Gary spits out what looks to be a plastic packet from his mouth.
What's that? What was that?
And that is how you do a murder mystery party.
Gary gets to his feet, grinning. Kevin screams when she sees Bald Guy and Ponytail stand up, very much still alive, brushing themselves off.
What the hell is going on?
I've duped you all.
This was all a game.
A game?
When I learned that you stopped inviting me to your game nights, I hijacked Brooke's murder mystery party and staged a kidnapping of my own.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, you know what? False alarm, officer not down. He's back up again.
What better way to prove my worth as a game night participant?
So, who are those guys? Actors?
Oh no, they're felons. I was able to shave some time off their parole in exchange for this little side project. Thank you, gentlemen. We square now?
Gary nods. Ponytail and Bald Guy collect their props and head off.
What kind of psycho are you? You put us all through this shit for your own amusement.
Just the opposite. For your amusement. Did everyone have fun?
No, Gary, nobody had fun. And I got shot with a real bullet.
I don't see how that's possible. My men were using blanks.
That was my gun, which was real.
So, the whole thing with the Faberge egg and the Bulgarian, that was you?
You've lost me.
The egg with the WITSEC list inside.
Max shows him the paper.
WITSEC? This is a list of people in the Federal Witness Protection Program. How did you get this? I don't know what's happening.
It was in the egg. Can you please stop fucking with us now?
I'm not fudging with you. I honestly don't know what.
Bang! Gary is hit in the shoulder by a bullet. Blood spurts out. Gary falls to the ground.
Seriously, how stupid do you think we are?
Brooke spots a burly man with 2 armed bodyguards approaching from the other side of the bridge.
Max?
That's your big twist. You get shot again. And by you. Completely new characters you just introduced at last minute. I'm sorry. You jumped the shark, bud.
No, Max.
And you don't do a shot in the shoulder after you did a shot in the chest. That's anticlimactic.
He sticks his finger into Gary's bullet hole. Gary screams in pain. Max pulls out his finger.
Hang on.
Gary reaches for his shoulder walkie.
This is Officer Henderson. I've got a 1000 on 4th Street.
One of the bodyguards suddenly kicks Gary in the head, knocking him unconscious. It's clear this is not staged.
Jesus.
The bodyguard picks up the gun Gary dropped and hands it to his boss, the Bulgarian.
Which one of you is Brooks Davis?
Brooks nervously holds up his hand.
Honey, you don't look like an asshole. Do I look like an asshole to you?
No.
One of us has to be the asshole in this transaction, because otherwise I would have my egg and you would have. But instead, we've wasted our nights tracking you down. We find Marlon Freeman. He tells us about some idiots in a minivan who stole the egg. Now we've shot and killed this perfectly innocent policeman, and now we're going to have to kill you.
Excuse me, Mr. Bulgarian, if I may. I'm Brooks's brother. He screwed up. He got greedy. He knows that. But the good news is, we got your egg back. Granted, it's broken, but we got the list inside, and I bet that's what you wanted all along. So how about this? You take the list for free. We all go our separate ways, and nobody gets hurt. Except for the people on that list, I'm guessing.
Stop the list.
Okay.
Okay?
Deal. Makes perfect sense.
Max moves to hand the list over, but Brooks stops him.
Wait, you give him that and he's going to kill me?
Nonsense. Give me the list.
Max hesitates. The Bulgarian nods to his guys, who aim their guns at Brooks and Max. In an instant, Brooks grabs the list from Max, shoves it in his mouth, and swallows it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
A distant siren wails as it comes closer.
Just buying myself some time.
Not much. We're going to cut you open on the jet. Take him.
One bodyguard grabs Brooks, the other points to the group.
What about them?
Fuck them. We'll be out of the country in an hour.
They back up towards their car, one gun on Brooks, one gun on the rest of them. Max watches helplessly.
Don't follow me, Max. I'm serious.
I'm not worried about that.
He takes out a gun. Max flinches. The Bulgarian shoots out 2 tires on Kevin's minivan. Max's face hardens as he watches the car drive away.
Man, this game gets weirder and weirder.
Everyone looks at Ryan.
You know it's stopped being a game, right?
The only private air terminal around here is at Lax.
Max starts to head off.
You're going to run there,
We're only 4 blocks from Brooks's house.
but our car's not there.
Max holds up the key to the Stingray.
Yes, it is.
He runs off. Annie sighs and follows. Exterior, private air hangar, night. One of the bodyguards shuts the door of the Cessna private jet as it begins to taxi towards the runway. Interior, jet, continuous. He joins the other bodyguard who is zip-tying Brooks's hands to the arm of her seat. The Bulgarian looms over him.
Look, you don't have to do this. Just let me poop it out.
Don't go digging in your feet. We're civilized men.
He takes out
Now
a large
hold-
knife from a drawer.
Now hold still while I cut your stomach open.
Wait, I'll do whatever you...
He's about to cut when Brooks notices
need me to
something
do?
outside. He's about to cut when Brooks notices something outside.
The hell?
The Bulgarian looks out and sees a Corvette Stingray smashing through the chain link fence along the runway and speeding right towards the taxiing jet.
Is
My little brother. He doesn't know when to quit.
The Bulgarian turns to the cockpit and barks at the pilots.
Get in the air now.
Interior, Stingray, continuous. Frazzled, Max and Annie chase the jet down the runway.
What's our plan?
The plan was to break through the fence. Now I've got nothing.
So They're about to take off.
Max steels himself and pours on more speed.
All right, I've got an idea. It's crazy enough, it just might work.
You're going to crash the car into the plane.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Because it's the only option.
Exterior, runway, continuous. The jet is nearly lifting off the ground as the Stingray pulls up alongside. Max turns the wheel hard to the left and rams into the side of the plane. The jet veers off course, barreling towards the edge of the runway. It speeds over the berm and slaps to a stop in a ditch. Interior, cockpit, continuous. The pilots are thrown against the controls and knocked unconscious. Interior, jet, continuous. The bodyguards, the Bulgarian and Brooks are slammed against the cabin walls. Exterior, runway, continuous. The total car spins out, coming to a halt on the runway. Interior, Kevin's car, continuous. Max and Annie take a breath.
Well, at least I got to drive it for 10 minutes.
Annie sees the door of the jet open as one of the armed bodyguards steps out.
Quick!
Exterior, runway, night. She jumps out of the car and heads across the tarmac away from the approaching bodyguard. Max moves to follow, but the bodyguard is already looking in his direction. Max ducks behind the Stingray just in time. The bodyguard peers inside the car, then heads right towards where Max is hiding. Just as he's about to find Max, Annie stumbles and makes a noise. The bodyguard turns toward the sound as Annie ducks for cover behind a baggage conveyor belt loader parked alongside the tarmac. The bodyguard toward her. Annie hides on the other side of the loader as the bodyguard looks for her. She and Max lock eyes from their hiding places. Frantic to help her, Max suddenly notices a large crate perched on the top of the elevated conveyor belt directly above the bodyguard. Max points at the crate and silently mouths, "Turn on the belt." She doesn't know what he's talking about. He takes out his cell phone to text her, "No service."
Shit.
He gets an idea. He begins to charade to her. He holds up 3 fingers. It takes a second, but Annie gets it.
3 words.
Max does the first word. He spins in a circle.
Spin, turn.
Yes. Second word. He puts one hand on top of the other.
On. Turn on what?
Max points to his belt.
Belt? Turn on belt.
She catches on. She sneaks around to the control panel of the loader and finds the activation switch. She's about to hit it, but Max gestures for her to wait. The bodyguard circles around the loader. Annie scurries around it, ducking out of his view. Finally, the bodyguard returns to the spot beneath the crate. Max signals. Annie turns on the conveyor, which starts up with a deafening growl of its gas engine. The conveyor creeps up super slowly, giving the bodyguard ample time to see the crate and step out of the way as it smashes harmlessly to the ground. Max throws up his hands. But while the bodyguard is distracted, he's bonked in the head by Annie wielding a fire extinguisher she removed from the loader. He goes down hard. Annie grabs the bodyguard's gun and runs to join Max.
You saw what I was going for there.
Of course. If that guy had been deaf and paralysed, it would have totally worked. You want this?
No, I don't want you to have it, Calamity Jane.
He takes the gun and they sneak over towards the jet.
Look, there's a hatch on top of the plane. Maybe I can get the drop on them.
Max puts the gun over his shoulder and carefully begins climbing up onto the wing.
The drop!
Get to the hangar. See if you can find a cop or something. I'll be okay.
You're not Jack Reacher.
Interior, jet, continuous.
Sitting ducks here. Get out of here, kill those fuckers, and find me a plane.
You okay with him?
The Bulgarian picks up his knife.
Oh, we'll be fine.
As the bodyguard hurries out of the plane, the Bulgarian approaches Brooks.
No more waiting. I'm getting my list.
We hear a rattling from the ceiling of the plane. The Bulgarian steps aside just as Max falls through the emergency hatch, missing the Bulgarian and landing on the floor.
Max! Can't get the drop on anyone tonight.
Before the Bulgarian can react, Max aims his gun at him.
Drop the knife.
But instead, the Bulgarian throws the knife at Max. It sticks into the same arm where he was shot earlier. Max drops his weapon.
Right in my bullet hole!
The Bulgarian charges Max, but Brooks trips him with his leg. The Bulgarian falls to the floor and he and Max Exterior, runway, continuous. The bodyguard searches around the plane, his gun drawn. He spots Annie hiding behind the nose of the jet and fires. She runs for cover, but he has her trapped.
Wait, I have kids. 4 of them.
Bullshit! Not with that ass, you don't.
Well, thank you for that.
He raises his gun and aims at her head.
You're welcome.
Interior, jet, continuous. Max and the Bulgarian continue to wrestle. They stumble into the cockpit, landing between the unconscious pilots, directly on top of the thrust lever. The engine roars to life. Exterior, runway, continuous. The engine directly behind the bodyguard suddenly revs to maximum throttle. The man turns back to look.
What the fuck?
Whoosh! Splash! He's sucked into the engine and shredded.
Oh my god, that's just horrible!
Interior, jet, continuous. The fight spills back into the cabin as the Bulgarian spots the gun Max dropped on the floor. He clambers towards it. Brooks sticks out his leg and trips him again.
Stop tripping me!
Max notices a bungee cord dangling from an overhead compartment. He grabs it and wraps it around the Bulgarian's neck. But the Bulgarian is determined. He continues to crawl to the weapon as the cord tightens around his throat. Just as his hand grabs the gun, he collapses on the floor, unconscious from the lack of oxygen. Max quickly ties him up with the bungee cord so he can't move. He cuts Brooks free with the Bulgarian's knife. The two brothers stand there as they collect themselves.
Look at that.
Angle on the Bulgarian. Max has wrapped him so his head is nearly on it in his own crotch.
Get a book on your hand and you...
Say it again.
Pervy place, don't you?
Annie hurries onto the plane and hugs Max.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, I've changed forever, but I'm fine. Is that a knife in your bullet hole?
It's nothing. Listen, I want us to have a baby.
Are you sure?
Look at us. We did things tonight we never would have imagined we could do. And we were awesome. I thought I wanted to be like Brooks, but it turns out Brooks is a lowlife and a loser.
Guilty.
Plus, I think all of the dum-dums having babies out. Ours is going to be so much better. It'll beat them at everything.
Totally. Our baby's gonna crush every other baby.
We're going to raise the Jason Bourne of babies.
But without all the creepy Keystone flashbacks.
Right, no, obviously.
Brooks starts slow clapping. They look at him.
And that is how you throw a game night.
Max and Annie stare.
What?
It went exactly as I planned. Trevor, you can get up now.
Max and Annie exchange an incredulous look and turn to the Bulgarian. He doesn't move. There's a beat.
I was just fucking with you. That would be cooler, right?
Such a dick.
Exterior, Brooks's house, night. 3 months later. Max and Annie head towards Brooks's rented house. Interior, Brooks's house, living room, night. Max and Annie enter to find a game night in progress. Kevin, Michelle, Ryan, and Jillian play Pictionary. We see the player at the easel is Gary. They all yell greetings. Brooks hands Max a drink.
Thanks for letting me host again.
It's not like we have a choice.
Reveal that Brooks is wearing a blinking house ankle bracelet.
Only for another 36 months.
Brooks sits down on the sofa and puts an arm around Dr. Chin, the fertility doctor.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Dr. Chin.
The crying game.
We see Gary's drawing is of a man crying.
Boys don't cry?
Cry, baby.
Ryan's phone buzzer sounds.
Time's up.
It was the green at the Regal Cinema, crying as I did so much of the film. I assume everyone cried during the Green Mile.
Guiding him.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Annie gets up and grabs the pen. She pulls out her clue, reads it, tosses it behind her, nods for the timer, and starts drawing a red roll.
A rock? A ball?
A burger. A bun.
She nods, then draws an oven around the bun.
Wait, is this a motion picture?
She ignores him.
Baking a bun. In an oven. There's a bun in the oven.
Annie touches her nose, smiling. Max jumps up, celebrating his win, but then
Wait, what?
he turns to Annie. She's holding her stomach.
You're pregnant.
Max smiles
Aww.
and hugs her as everyone cheers and congratulates them. We move out a window where the happy tableau plays out in the living room. Suddenly, an ominous black van pulls to a stop in front of the house as we smash to black. The end.
Oh,
A happy ending.
Oh, that was brilliant.
yeah.